Well, Josh, you have to remind the team about what happened last year at the Alaska Fairbanks.
I think, for the most part, the team's pretty familiar with what happened. I mean, they're an extremely hard team to play against, and we let a couple games slip through our fingers there against them, and we did talk about it.
Well, there's also is there a distraction with this being the final two games of 2025 and guys maybe eyeing going home for the holidays for a little bit?
I think right now everybody's just kind of focused on these two games, but I mean, I think in the back of everybody's minds since we got back from Belfast, it was it's a quick couple weeks, and then you're on holiday break. So you'd be lying to yourself if you didn't think the guys were excited to go home for a little bit. But these are two big games we got to make sure we're ready to go for.
After dropping the game on Friday 5-1 and kind of the start that you guys gotten out to in conference play, how big was that win over Quinnipiac? Not just because of who it was against, but also just to build your confidence as you move over here in the season.
Yeah, I think we've done a lot of really positive things in the first half. Getting off to a 10-5-2 start right now, but we've let some games in conference slip through our fingers that we wish we had a chance to get back, and I think just responding on Saturday was big for us, because if you don't get that one, you really dig yourself a big hole. So it's going to be a mad dash in the second half of the season, but we at least gave ourselves a chance with that win.
And what does it say about the group that they were able to respond so quickly against a great team?
I think we were all really disappointed on Friday night, and that's that's tough to look in the mirror and be like, what, we didn't live up to our expectations. But on Saturday, I thought the group came together and played the way we needed to, and again, for the first part of this season, we've been pretty good for a lot of games.
How important is it to build off the momentum of that victory this weekend?
Yeah, we got to protect what we did on Saturday with a couple good games to close it out. And, if you can find a way to win both games this weekend, I think it's a really strong start to your first half.
What makes Fairbanks so tough?
Well, they're extremely well coached. They know what it's like to face adversity. They face adversity all the time. They have an extremely difficult travel schedule. They get poached in the transfer portal. They're probably underfunded, but they compete. They don't make excuses. They just work, and you have a ton of respect as a coach for what they do as a program, because it's one of the toughest jobs in college hockey.
How much, when you have a series before kind of an extended break, how much does it help to put out a good showing, to feel good about yourselves?
Well, I think last year we went in on a slide during that break, and I mean it sticks with you the whole time. So it would be nice to just be able to relax and enjoy your break and be proud of what you've done in the first half of the year. Again, I think we've done a lot of things to be proud of, but you want to go out on a good note.
What's the goaltending situation going to be like this weekend? Make a split, or one guy get a start?
Kind of see how the rest of practice goes this week. Braden Gillespie will get the start on Friday night.
Why is that? Just because of his effort there on Saturday?
I think he's earned another game, and he'll get that opportunity on Friday to go.
Let me ask you about Tyler Dunbar. When you got him out of the transfer portal, you look at his stats: 31 career games at Colorado College, a goal and an assist in those games. What has made him come here and be such a dynamic offensive force?
I think he's just come and fit in really well to what we do and how we play. I mean, I think you look at our group as a whole. We have a lot of guys that have come from the transfer portal, come from different programs, maybe guys that were decommitted and came here and have found a home. I think he probably feels valued here by his teammates, hopefully by us as a staff, because we value him a ton. We think he's an unbelievable player. And I just think he knows if he makes a mistake, he's still going to get another opportunity. And I think when you have that ability to know that you can play on the edge and play hard, and if you make a mistake, you're still going to go, you have a lot of confidence.
Did you expect this kind of offensive outburst from him? Because as I said, I mean, he just had a goal and assist in 31 career games in Colorado College.
Well, I think the numbers he's putting up, it's hard to think that any player is going to do that in college hockey, let alone a defenseman. But we had a ton of belief in him. We were extremely excited when we got him. That the whole left side of our D-core is kind of funny. you lose Cullen Ferguson and John Prokop, and you think like it could be, it could be a bad situation, but then you get Tyler Dunbar, you get Will Felicio, you get Carter Rose, and you really kind of revamp it, and we're really excited about him.
What did you like about him? I mean, did you look at film with him before you had him, offered him?
Yeah, so we watched a lot of his shifts. We really focused in on when he played Western Michigan. That was he played some really good minutes there and had an opportunity to play against a really good hockey team. And I thought he was more than up to the challenge. We spoke with Coach Mayotte there, and he believed in him as a player. Just maybe didn't give him the opportunity. For whatever reason, it just wasn't right for them. And but at the end of the day, he still had nothing but positive things to say about him. And then we spoke to his junior coaches and all the people around him, and everybody just kept talking about what type of person he was. And at one point he was an extremely hot commodity in the in the recruiting world. And when he was playing in junior, he was a really good player.
Did Coach Skelly coach him in there?
Coach Zanella coached
Coach
him.
He
He coached him in Lincoln, and he knew him as a person. So yeah. Plus, I mean, DJ Hart played with him. We had a lot of guys that had experience with him. Parker Lindauer as well. So he played with him in Muskegon. So everybody we talked to just kept raving about him as a person and a player.
Do you see his confidence growing every game, especially with what they did Saturday night? 2 goals, 2 assists, gets named ECAC Hockey Defender of the Week on Monday.
Yeah, he's been outstanding all year. I mean, it's from day one when he got here, we were like, this kid could really pop, and that's just what's happened. He's playing with a ton of confidence. He's playing at a really high level. He's fun to be around.